Well, I think, the question for me from the overall theme of shifting thinking around participating and contributing is, from what position are we doing that? Where are we standing when we participate and contribute? And if we're in Aotearoa, then we're standing on the land that Indigenous people are connected to through whakapapa, where Indigenous communities are kaitiaki, where they caretake papatuanuku, ranginui, and other atua in those spheres. So how are we thinking about participating and contributing on this beautiful cultural landscape that's mapped in a way, through cultural geographies, through the stories of our tūpuna. That's really important for us. Part of our session is to do some thinking around a treaty model, a Te Tiriti o Waitangi model. We really want participants to leave with some ideas around some tangible things that they can do that can start to shift the way that they may practice or think about engaging with Māori. Or actually before that, it's just about coming back to thinking about your own positioning, about where you're standing in Aotearoa on Māori land. So we want to unpack a little bit further some of these ideas around biculturalism. Many treaty educators are now saying that biculturalism is an outdated, it's done its time in the 80s.
Let's move beyond the 80s. We've
got to move beyond the 80s. It's dated. Let's unpack this term tino rangatiratanga, mana motuhake, mana whenua. Let's talk about some of these terms which are more embedded and located with our Māori communities. And for Pākehā and Tauiwi, who we invite and welcome to our session, let's interrogate and understand a lot more deeply this idea of tangata tiriti, of where Pākehā people's standing in relation to the treaty.
Yep, exactly. Something practical, because these discussions happen a lot in the media, but also around the kitchen table, in the office room, often very private conversations, but there's tension. And so really giving people some practical skills, some reflective tools to think about where they positioned in their professionally, personally and institutionally. That's what I really hope for our session, that people come out with a degree.
That people feel empowered and they don't feel kind of paralysed with guilt or with fear, or they might be doing the wrong thing, because I think in a lot of ways, a lot of the bicultural treaty work that's gone on has done that, and we haven't seen a whole lot of shifts.
No.
But if we want to really shift thinking, if we want to really participate and contribute, people need to feel empowered, and we can't shift thinking and participate and contribute and leave Te Ao Māori or Māori behind. So, no mai, hara mai, come to our session.
Tēnā koe, kia ora.